guys, welcome back to my channel, Lipless BWL. So today I have a really exciting video for myself, and obviously you guys already know by the title, duh. But by the way, this is a mirror, so just letting you know that's what this is. So we're gonna be trying out the Huda Beauty foundation. I'm super excited to try it out. I didn't even open it. I was gonna open it and I was peeling this off, and then I was like, no, I can't. I want this to be an honest first impression, so let's just go ahead and open it together. Those were crazy eyes. So I have it open now, and we're just gonna take it out. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen pictures of this. Let me show you guys a little close up. So it just comes in this kind of plastic bottle. I was expecting it to be glass, which is funny, but it looks really sleek nonetheless, and this might be actually good too for traveling purposes, so nothing breaks or anything like that. It's really light, not heavy. So yeah, the color I got was the shade Mocha, so I'm really excited to try it out. When I looked at it, I felt like this is going to be the perfect foundation shade for me, so let's just hope it is. Huda Beauty did have a foundation chart, she had one that she put up on her Insta story, and I'm pretty sure she has it on her site or something like that, that kind of shows what colors go with already existing foundations, for example Fenty or MAC and stuff. So the Fenty Beauty 400 was 2 shades lighter than this. I do think the 400 is a little light for me, so that makes sense. So I'm hoping this one is not too dark, because there was a shade in between according to that chart. So yeah, I'm really excited to try it out, and we're just gonna go ahead and kind of do it the way we did our Fenty Beauty first impressions as well. I'm gonna just try it on just as I would with any other foundation, and using my color corrector of course, and then I'm gonna do the rest of my face, and I'll come back and I will tell you guys my overall thoughts about how it works with other products on as well. So saying that, let's get to it. So on the Canadian site, this foundation is $52, which I think is a pretty standard price for a foundation at Sephora, so I have no problem with that. And it's supposed to be medium coverage, but on her Instagram story and stuff, when she swatches on people, it looks like it has really good coverage. So she did mention it was medium to full, so I'm really happy about that. So I really hope it's able to cover all these friends who have decided to join me right when I want to film a foundation first impression. It's fine. My skin, as you can see, is not reacting well with me right now, that time of the month. So yeah, and then also for skin types, I'm just reading it off my phone. It's for dry, combination, and oily. So basically for all skin types, and the finish is natural, and this is all according to Sephora. So I can't wait to try it, and now that all the boring stuff is out, let's go ahead and actually try it on our face. As I would with any other foundation, I'm going to be using a color corrector first, just because this really helps my skin tone, because I have a lot of pigmentation that's really dark around my mouth and under eyes. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it. This is the Smashbox orange color corrector, and the reason I'm doing this is that it's giving it a fair shot, because this is how I would wear any foundation I use. So not that you necessarily need this, I just prefer to use this. So a lot of you might be wondering why I did not use a primer, at least people new to my channel, but that's because all of them kind of make my skin react, and I used the Fenty Beauty one recently, but I'm not using it today just because I'm reacting, my skin is really reacting to something. I'm not sure if that's the primer. So yeah, saying that, I'm gonna do 2 different applications with this foundation. One side I'm gonna use the beauty blender, and the other side I am going to use a foundation brush, just because I like how certain foundations work with certain different application tools. So I just want to see what this one works best with. I have one pump on my hand right here, as you can see, and the color looks like it's gonna be a pretty good match, so I'm really excited about that. And because a lot of people like to apply their foundation with beauty blenders, I'm going to do this side with the beauty blender first, and then we'll try the foundation with the brush on the other side. So I'm just going to go ahead and dab this on my skin with my fingers, just as I would with all foundations. I feel like this color matches me perfectly. I really like this color. It's very warm, and it's almost exactly like my skin tone, but a little bit more warmer, which I love. So that was just half the pump. As you can see, I used literally half of it, and I feel like if I was someone without that much of a problematic skin, this would work perfectly. It did definitely cover the actual pigmented scars and stuff that I have. But just because I do have a little bit more problematic skin, I'm just gonna go ahead and use more of it. So there we go. It has like a really nice natural finish. So since I'm always wearing something matte, hopefully this does not make me oily, because I am very oily. Although she did mention that you would have to use a setting powder for sure. So I always use my matte CoverFX setting powder, and I love that. It looks very nice on the the nose. It makes it look very smooth compared to my other foundations. So I love that about it. So there we go, guys. It actually gives a really nice finish. I feel like this is the most closest foundation shade that I have right now, and I really like it. As you guys can see, it covered up pretty well. So I feel like it didn't really settle in my lines and anything. I'm really liking the color, really liking it. So we're gonna go ahead and try with the brush. Okay, so the foundation brush I'm using right now is a little dirty just because I just used it. It's my favorite foundation brush, and it is the Sephora Collection Pro Flawless Airbrush Foundation Brush in the number 56. So we're just gonna go ahead, pick it up on the brush. I love this brush. I instantly feel like with the brush, the coverage looks much more intense. I feel like I've gotten used to the scent of the foundation, and it doesn't even smell like anything is there. And if you guys have been following me for a long time, you know that I don't like to apply a lot of foundation on my forehead because it gives a lot of texture. But with this one, it looks flawless. I really like it. Like, my forehead does not look textured. It looks very filtered. I never even mentioned the name of the foundation. It's a Faux filter foundation. Okay guys, so this is the foundation. I really like it. I feel like my skin looks really flawless despite my blemishes. Like on this side, I don't have that many blemishes going on, and it looks really smooth. It does have like a little bit of a glow because of my ring light, but even straight up when I look at it, there's a tiny bit of a glow, but it's very natural. It's not anything that looks like really dewy. So for oily skin, I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem once it's settled down. And since she did say you should set it, I'm going to be using my CoverFX matte setting powder, Holy Grail. You guys know I love it, in the shade Deep. Okay, so with that, I really like it. It made it a little bit more matte as well. I just like a foundation that's really matte because I'm really oily, but with the CoverFX that matte setting powder usually helps me in terms of any foundation. As you guys can see, my skin looks really good. And I love the color. I know it looks really warm there, but I feel like this is the most accurate color that I've ever matched myself in, like through an online website, or even like any foundations that I have right now, because either too light or too dark or too red. This color I love so much. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is do the rest of my face, and I'll come back and I'll tell you guys my like overall thoughts about how it applies with other products that I'm gonna be using, such as my contour, highlight, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I am back. Before we got into the foundation, I know my eyes look really scary. I was trying to do something and it failed, and I have no face wipes on me because I'm not home, and I decided to just throw sparkles on to fix it up. So since this video is not really about eyes, let's just ignore that and talk about the foundation. So as you guys can see now, it's like on my skin, the glow is definitely gone. The color matches me perfectly. Okay, my hands are much darker than my face, guys, but like it matches my neck. And you guys have to like take that in, because I get a lot of comments like, oh, your foundation is so like up in your head. But no, like my face is much lighter than my neck, and like there's like a significant difference, as you guys can tell. So yeah, so it's matching me really well. I love that it's really warm. I'm looking at myself here just to like give you guys kind of like an overview, but I felt the products went on like perfectly fine with it. I would not take this to your eye area though, because I never do. Personally, I never take foundation up there, but a little bit did get up there as I was blending it, and I found that it creased like really well in it, and I had to like clean it and then go ahead and apply it. That could be because my color corrector was there as well. So yeah, overall I'm in love. I feel like this is gonna be my new go-to foundation. Like I really like. I love the color so much. That's my number one thing. So I think she did a really good job with choosing colors. She has like a bunch of colors too, all the way from really light to really dark. So hats off to Huda for doing that. And then on top of that, as you guys can see, there's no creasing in my smile lines. Even when I set with a powder, a lot of foundations crease in my smile lines, a lot, like most of them do, and this one did not at all. And even on my face, it's not that oily here, and whereas it usually would get oily. I took about a little bit over an hour to finish my makeup because I did really mess up, but it hasn't gotten really oily. It might look like that because of the ring light, but like, I don't know if you guys can tell when I block off, so like it's really not that oily, and I felt like everything blended on really well. I like the coverage of it a lot. I really like the coverage. I love the consistency. It does have a little bit of a scent to it, which I don't mind. It smells really good, but I know some people could be bothered by it. But to be honest, you get really used to it right away and you can't smell it. So pros of this foundation: beautiful coverage, beautiful color correction, the packaging is easy to travel with, and I feel like it makes my skin look really flawless, which I really like. Even though I have all these acne breakouts going on, did a really good job of making my skin look really smooth. It doesn't crease, and it looks like it's going to be lasting for a long time, which I love. So I only have really pros to say. I don't really have any negatives to say about it, which is like, yay! I'm happy. I'm always happy to find a really good foundation, so I'm super happy about this. I will be including it in a lot more tutorials as well because I love it, and the color, I can't get over it. I love it. Saying that, that's my first impression on the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. If you guys like this video, please make sure to click that thumbs up button and maybe subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Before we leave, all the product details for everything else I have on my face will be down in the description box below. Bye guys!